Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here in my robe drinking my morning coffee looking sexy as hell as usual. And for those of you who say I don't look sexy as hell when I do these videos in my robe, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you shit. And sorry about the awkward angle. Aries was sleeping here this morning and he didn't want to get up. Now he gets up now that I've started filming. But he was sleeping on this couch. Alright, today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about intermittent fasting. It's not something I discuss very often. I got a lot of questions about it, and I guess a lot of people don't realize I have been using intermittent fasting for over 2 years straight now. Literally 7 days a week, whether I'm bulking or cutting. Now, obviously, it doesn't automatically burn fat off of you because you guys have seen me bulk up pretty fat, and a lot of people don't seem to realize or remember, because back when I started the Ice Cream Fitness channel when this happened, I had bulked again by the time I got to 1,000 subscribers. But when I started the channel was when I had done part of my transformation. I was at about 13-14% body fat. And a lot of people aren't aware of that, and there were shirtless pictures. And I had one shirtless video up right when I was starting the channel because I was in the middle of doing a dramatic cut. But I had lost around 80 pounds, 85 pounds, something like that, after getting out of bed. And I hadn't rebuilt a huge amount of muscle, but I was decent, holding a decent amount of muscle. I wasn't big yet by any means. But yeah, I used intermittent fasting through all of that, and I've been using it for over 2 years because I feel like it helps with my Meniere's disease. It seems to help, and that kind of goes back to the thing of people asking, well, what are the benefits of it? I think a lot of the benefits are possible things like better glucose disposal. It can help with certain medical conditions, and I think a lot of that is where intermittent fasting is going to be helpful. I remain unconvinced that it has body composition advantages or disadvantages. There are people on both sides of the fence. I remain unconvinced that either one is right, although the argument possibly could be made for superior body composition for people using different types of anabolic drugs. But even that is hypothetical, so anyone who thinks it's just magically going to burn fat off of you, sorry, the evidence just isn't there, but it might help, again, for people who are enhanced a bit. So why do a lot of people do it? Why was it successful? Well, one thing, it was successful because it got away from the dogmatic approach that everyone had of you have to have all these small meals all the time or they speed up your metabolism, and all this bullshit that was spread that wasn't actually true. And I think Martin Berkham really did a good job of dispelling that, because you have somebody who stays shredded year-round using this approach, and then he promoted it, got people ripped, and then people said, well, wait a minute, there's more than one way to do these things. Aries, you really disrupted my video. Let a brother work. Alright, that's good. See, he behaves when he's told off. He knows. But yeah, Birkin did a good job of dispelling one of those old bro myths and showing people, look, there's more than one way to do things. He went from one extreme to the other. The problem is that when people take that dogmatic approach and one extreme that is purely optional, they go to another extreme that is purely optional, both can be just as effective, and they become dogmatic on the other extreme. That's when we have a problem. Because the real magic for fat loss is the fact that it gives you appetite control. At least for me, it lets me cut my calories back. It lets me be contented on 5,000 calories of bro food instead of 7, because if I start eating at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and stop eating at 8 p.m., I'm going to be 300 pounds, and I'm going to be fat because I can't fill up. And people pull this bullshit, oh, you just need to eat chicken and brown rice. Guys, I can eat 5,000 calories of brown rice inside of 3 hours. I have one of those bottomless pit appetites, so for someone like me, the intermittent fasting is very useful, and I like to do fasted cardio, and people can argue all they want about it. And even some experts with really good credentials still feel that fasted cardio may offer some small benefits. It's an effective tool that has been used for a long time, probably isn't going away. So the truth is, there's not necessarily anything magical about the intermittent fasting in terms of fat loss other than just diet adherence and helpful for a lot of people with appetite control. Nothing more, nothing less. As far as a lot of the other medical benefits, there is emerging evidence showing it helps with some people with various conditions, but that's something we're going to have to keep studying in the future. So we'll just see where the research goes on that. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.